Hi, everybody. I am Michael J. This is my first time hosting this. I'm standing in for Binarai, who's celebrating his wife's birthday at the some luxurious spa, probably in merry old England. We don't know. Probably getting a mud bath right now. I've got my tech fingers crossed, and I'm looking forward to the update. So let's see who's here with us, and we're all going to jump in right now. David, how are you?
Pretty good, Michael. Good to be on here.
Thank you, thank you. I love this. My first time doing it. I'm excited. I get to speak with you directly.
Oh no,
Okay,
no worries, man.
no problem.
No worries.
Let's jump into the update, and we'll join. And as people jump in, we'll add them to the stream with us and see what's happening this week. So, I
Yeah.
guess let's just talk about there's a lot in the chat in the development chat about translations. What can you tell us about that language translation?
I'm the French translations and some of the Transifex stuff. I am badly behind on that. I got really ill about 2 weeks back, and I'm still slowly recovering. I haven't been able to sit up for long enough to actually read all of it and sort it out and get the pull requests into where they're supposed to go. I mean, those are all contributions from different community members.
Yeah,
I can't even say whom at the moment because, like I said, I haven't had a chance to look at it.
I
My
think.
foot is finally starting to get back to normal size.
Yeah, I heard about that last week. So it's getting better for you now.
Yeah, slowly,
Yeah.
slowly. I've still got another, what's that? Another week or so of antibiotics to go.
Gotcha. Yeah. You got the foot going on. I got the back going on. We'll be brothers in pain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, this is just
Yeah.
an annoyance beyond all bounds.
Yeah.
Apart from that, what else is going on with development? Well, we've got at least one of the potential issues on the testnet fully traced down and identified. It's a non-issue for basically for the mainnet, and it should also be a non-issue for future test nets. It's basically been caused by us going too quickly on the deployment of nodes.
Yeah.
I spoke briefly about this last week, but it's been fully confirmed in the meantime. It's from us not allowing enough time for all the quorums to establish before it going on to establish the final very large set of quorums.
Gotcha. What's I was reading about the Microsoft partnership that you guys have
Yeah,
just a while ago. How's that going?
it's looking promising. We've got, I can't remember who it is from the team that's making some use of their AI, working on a new bridge package in Python for the upcoming bridge.
Hmm.
What else is going on there? Not too much else with Microsoft at the moment. Paul met with somebody from Nvidia in London.
Ah,
When was
nice.
that? That would have been 3, 4 days back.
Okay. Before he
Uh,
decided to hang out with his wife and do the mud bath.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh, but
You never know, right?
they've got to get out of Birmingham from time to time. If they don't,
Yeah. With Mike.
Birmingham is sort of like the English version of the bad part of Detroit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got you. I already have that picture in my head, so I'm gonna let that go. Oh my gosh. So, with the partnership with Microsoft, like what are you starting to see as like the benefits as far as like what's happening?
I mean, right now it's
Yeah.
mainly just that we've got some AI credits to use. There are a lot of other tools in it all, but it's mainly going to be a question of figuring out how we fit them all into the production flow. Some of the developers do not use Microsoft products at all.
Uh-huh. What are they using
Uh,
instead?
Linux, they exclusively develop on Linux, and then port it to Microsoft, etc. afterwards.
Yeah. Is that slowing down or speeding up the development, or what's it doing?
It's getting integrated into it. With the package for the bridge, it
Mhm.
seems to be helping out rather significantly.
Gotcha.
So we'll have to see how all that goes.
I know
Yeah,
that a lot of people are like excited about assets coming out. Like I'm excited
yeah.
about it. So, what?
Oh, so am I. But we've got to make sure that it gets rolled out properly,
Mhm.
which is why we're running the current test net. There's not much fun in a launch if during the launch we would have to switch off the quorums and somebody picks exactly that time to just screw with all of it.
Yes.
So we've got to test out, develop a method for deployment that basically allows quorums to stay running and working the whole time
Mhm.
through that. Because otherwise, during a hard fork, we would have to switch quorums completely off for not for very long. I think
Yeah.
2 hours or something like that at most. I'd rather not do that.
Right. You want it to be perfect the first time.
I'll settle for good, solid, and working.
Yeah.
Perfect is perfect is a bit of a lofty goal because then it turns out afterwards that hey, all of these big brains forgot to look at the
Yes.
UI or something like that, and there's a whopping great big stupid hole in the UI.
Yeah.
I'll settle for working and not too messy.
What's the thing that you're like most excited about for when everything does go live?
Once they're live, we can get to work on the vendor platform, which is going to be kind of our main marketing tool moving forward. And that is going to be, yeah,
Yeah.
a primary driver really going forward. We're going to be a lot more active with marketing. We're going to be doing a lot more outreach,
Yep.
engaging with businesses, getting them to come on.
Are there
Uh,
businesses that you're thinking about or you'd like to actually bring on board or get excited and they're like rubbing their fingers and they're like, oh my God, I can't wait till this happens?
I mean, we've got several that have been on a waiting list for quite some time, and they've just reconfirmed that they're still on the waiting list, which is nice because it shows that they believe in what we're doing and that we're going to get there eventually.
Absolutely.
Getting them in and up and running is going to be the main thing. We've got a very eclectic mix. Hot sauce manufacturer from Borneo, citrine mine, small Canadian dairy. Uh,
Like if somebody wants to jump on board and they're a vendor right now, like what's the best way for them to either get involved or get in touch with Raptoreum? What's the
it's just
process?
either reach out to Charlie or myself.
Okay. Just send you an
Um,
email or jump on the Discord or what?
Email or via the contact form on the site.
Okay. Is there
Um,
anyone in
David
particular
at
you're looking for?
raptorium.com or Charlie at raptorium.com.
Okay. Yep. And they can jump in and be part of it when it goes live, and
Yeah.
it's going to be awesome. Are there any special type of vendors that you're looking for right now that you go like, oh, I wish I had
No,
more of this
no,
or that?
we're essentially open to anything
Yeah.
because we want to demonstrate with the first batch we get on how versatile a solution we actually are,
Yeah.
being able to do well product traceability or quality information and that kind of thing for more or less any type of product,
Hmm.
not just for example foodstuffs or other products where you usually see it.
I know there are people who are watching right now and they're going like, oh my God, I could tell this person or that person or this company or that company about it. And what should they say to those companies? It's like to get them even more excited and get them on board.
I would stick to there's an option for them to try out a system where they can get almost all the same things they can get out of a quality certification
Hmm.
without having to go through all the involved in pain and expense involved in complying with something like that.
Right.
I've said this a lot on earlier streams and interviews, but a lot of quality certification isn't as good as it's made out to be.
Gotcha.
Things that companies like to tout and stick on their packaging, like, for example, ISO 9001,
Hmm.
it doesn't mean that they're meeting any given standard. It's actually just a certification that they have a quality system
Yeah.
or quality control system. And I mean, if you're willing to go out and publish information about your product, maybe even videos, etc., of your production flow,
Uh-huh.
you're already beating that in terms of transparency. You're beating it in terms of understandability, usability, user experience. Because if somebody scans the code, the QR code associated with it on the product, they'll get to see the information you've chosen to publish,
Yeah.
which is quite a high standard to hold yourself to. If you're putting out that everything is pink with kosher halal sprinkles on top,
Right.
I mean, you've got to be reasonably careful with what you say about your own product, really, in order to make sure that you can meet the standard, you can do it the right way, and you're not, what's it called?
Overhyping.
You're not ending up committing borderline fraud.
Yes. And we've seen that on, I would say, pretty much everything.
Yeah,
You walk into a grocery store, I'm looking at health products. Yeah, not so much.
yeah,
Um,
and I mean, at the same time, it's still going to be a lot more transparent and understandable than a page on Veritas or some similar quality system auditor's page that explains that ISO 9001 just means there is a certification that there is a quality control system.
exactly. And yeah, ISO 9000 or 9001, not sure which one's been around. It's been around for 20 plus 30 years, something like that.
Yeah,
It's, um, and I still don't think people understand what it really is. You just have to jump through a lot of political and governmental hoops to get it.
yeah, and it's very. It's not so much political and governmental hoops anymore,
Okay.
but it is a very expensive process of having an auditor come in and basically triple checking all the paperwork you've already submitted and making sure that the paperwork matches what's going on in the company.
Hmm. I've got this question. I've been talking to some people on the team recently, and I just want to know what is it that when it goes live, people are going to get excited. They're going to start buying. They're going to start using. They're going to start doing everything. The biggest thing to you that's coming out is going to be what?
The biggest thing that's coming out is, to me personally, it's probably going to be assets. We've got smart contracts coming out later, scalability coming out before then. I
Yeah.
mean, those are huge improvements in and of themselves.
Hmm.
But once assets live on the mainnet, we can actually start getting to work on the main from the team projected side use case of things. I mean, you can do so much with a blockchain that you can really get a headache trying to figure out all the potential use cases for everything here. I mean, if we look at things like inscriptions,
Mhm.
ordinals, runes, and all that kind of stuff that we've got flying around the hottest of hot DeFi spaces at the moment,
Yeah.
we actually started talking about that and looking at that. What was that? A year and a half ago,
Okay.
before those were even a glint in the milkman's eye.
I gotta talk
Uh,
to you more often because I need some of these things that I can use here.
yeah, but it's
Where so once assets is live, is there really any reason that people can't just like go all in on Raptoreum? I mean, I know smart contracts are coming later, but once assets are live,
I mean, I would never suggest that anybody go all in anywhere.
uh-huh. Well, all in terms of I'm ready to go. I'm ready to,
But I mean, get involved, get engaged. Yeah,
yeah,
certainly.
awesome.
Um, play with it, see what you can do with it. We'll be offering a couple of somewhat simplified solutions where we turn the issuance process into a web form
Hmm.
instead of you necessarily having to involve any wallets or anything like that, which is very important for any smaller businesses
Okay.
because they may not want to go to the trouble of installing a core wallet, running a core wallet, buying some RTM from an exchange, and then going that route to utilize it. They need to be able to basically use it just like any other service on the web. Fill in a form, pay whatever the fee is with their credit card, and boom, they've got the traceability token they want issued.
That is outstanding because I've been this past week trying to figure out the core wallet and buying Raptoriums and fiddling around with everything from the US, and it is harder than anyone would want to believe. But I love what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, I mean, for a use case, you've got to think like that. It's an absolute must.
Yeah.
And I mean, when tokens like these, they very clearly say traceability or there's a product information or something like that on them. There is no potential issue of any kind with any securities laws or really with it being anything other than just a regular service like providing SaaS
Uh-huh.
or similar on the web. So there's no concerns. There are no concerns that Gary Gensler can come and harass you for it. There are no concerns that really anybody can come and harass you for it.
Yeah. There's people I know they're looking right now. It's like, oh my God, I want to get my hands on this. I know gamers are probably going to be a big thing. And look at that. What's up with the
Yeah.
gaming thing?
Um. Well, that's kind of outside my side of things.
It's
I do
outside of mine for
business.
sure.
I do business and strategic planning.
Mhm.
The gaming projects are mainly Charlie's.
And Charlie will be back soon, and we'll have to talk with him about that. What else do you think we ought to know from this week's updates?
Um, this week's
Uh,
update,
yeah,
we've had a lot going on the Discord. We've had, well, I
yeah.
can't quite follow all of it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on Discord for sure. So
Um, the community's been live, active. They're always extremely active. What's happened over there?
yeah,
Sherm and Paul have put in quite a few little things with new rigs, bosun currency,
yeah,
and a lot of the other things. So I mean, it's looking good to me.
good. Yeah, I was hoping Alejandro was gonna jump on so I could say "Hola, cómo estás," and that would be the end of my Spanish, and then we could talk.
Ah,
uh, we'll, we'll catch him
oh
next
boy,
week too.
yeah, oh boy, oh boy. I just hopped on the stream party chat,
Uh-huh.
and oh,
Oh,
this is terrible.
why? What's it
You
saying?
You've actually got me smiling. Somebody's commenting on that.
Wait, didn't
Uh,
Hunter say last week that you guys had to smile more? I think that's what it was. He said, "You
yeah,
gotta
but
smile."
it's this time of the morning here is it's coming up for 06:30.
Oh, that's early. Yeah. I will tell you here, people think I'm crazy, but I go to sleep around 4 or 5 in the morning. And then when I wake up at noon, everyone's like, Michael, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm sleeping, you know. So if you're getting
Yeah.
up and it's early for you, I feel your pain there.
But it's not too bad at the moment, especially not since
Yeah.
I'm still down with the foot and antibiotics.
I got one question somebody has actually asked, and
Yeah.
they said, what is being learned by slowly increasing the percentage of fully updated smart nodes?
That this is on the testnet.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the voting starts up per plan,
Okay.
that it forms the quorums correctly, and it should also reveal any potential issues there are, and it has revealed some. We're working on tracing down the last one,
Hmm.
but overall it's working pretty well according to plan, more or less.
Gotcha.
We should be in a couple of days updating the main mining wallets as well, so they can start voting as a secondary part of everything. And then hopefully it'll fork itself live and drop anything still remaining on the old versions.
Excellent. That came
Yeah,
from Falcon. So,
yeah,
Falcon, I hope that answers your question. Let me see. I'm checking right now, and I don't see any other questions that people have. Um, Anything else you would like to tell everybody, or are we good?
yeah. We're pretty much good, I'd say.
Okay. Well, in that case, maybe we should roll out of here. I love doing this, and I hope I get a chance to do it again. Binarai will be back. I'm assuming next week, so I'll be watching and listening and trying to learn more and more myself. So,
Yeah, he
thank.
should be.
Okay,
Actually, he should be back again tomorrow.
there you go.
Or is it? Yeah, it's tomorrow my time.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah, because it's Monday morning here.
seriously. Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's 6:30 on a Monday morning here.
Okay. Yeah, it's only 5:30 here. So on Sunday. All right.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yeah. We're about usually 12 hours off EST. I
Yeah.
think you've got daylight savings time or something like that
Right.
going on at the moment.
One of these days, if we ever change that.
No. EST, according to Google, is still 6:26 p.m.
Yeah. EST is cool. It's when you go across and now I'm in Central, and then all of a sudden I've got to do the math between the EST Central and then wherever you're located. So,
Yeah.
eh, tiny
The
mind.
absolute worst
Yes.
is when you cross the date line.
No. Then we're all messed up.
I remember flying from Beijing to San Francisco,
Uh-huh.
having spent, what was it, 14, 15 hours on a plane, and landing 45 minutes after it took off.
what what do you think's easier, flying east to west or west to east in terms of
Um,
body clock and all that?
Both are doable. It's just when you cross that date line, it gets really messy.
Yeah.
Really, really, really messy.
That's one I haven't done. I've only gone probably 8 hours out of my comfort time zone, one way.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Well, thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Good
Thank you. Thank
stuff.
you. This was good talking. I loved it. So
Yeah.
we'll do it again, and I'll see you in the future.
Yeah.
Peace.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Peace out.